So I found a Papa John's pizza dough copycat recipe on 6sistersstuff.com. This is the recipe that I'm going to be using today. The dough calls for 8 cups of all-purpose flour, 6 tablespoons of sugar, 6 3/4, it's a quarter, 3/4 of teaspoons of fast-rising yeast, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 3 cups of water, and 6 tablespoons of vegetable oil. So the first step is to make the yeast mixture, which would be the 3 cups of warm water and, I just saw it, 6 3/4 teaspoon of the yeast. So here are our first 2 cups. I'm going to put it in this bowl because this is only a 2 cup. This will hold the 3 cups. That is 2 cups, 3 cups. It's not for you. Alright, go on, my hands are clean. Here's the yeast. I'm trying to work against the shadows here. So, active dry yeast. Okay, here is a 1/2 teaspoon. So we've got 1/2, 1, 1/2, 2, 1/2, 3, 1/2, 4, 1/2, 5, man, this seems like a lot. 1/2, 6, and 3/4, roughly. Here's our sugar. It's going to be 6 tablespoons of sugar. Here's my tablespoon. It's all clumpy. One, 2, 3, 4. There's a clump in that one. 5, 6. Going to give this a little whisk. My microwave is occupied right now with the cupcakes that I made yesterday, so I'm going to cover this over with a towel and let it rise for 5 to 10 minutes. My little towel, it doesn't have to be moist for this, so I'm just going to take it and put it right back here against the wall. We will let that rise and then be back to mix up the dough. While the yeast is doing its thing, let's just go ahead and get started. So basically what the process of this is, what it's telling me is we're going to take all the dry ingredients and then gradually add in the wet ingredients. So 8 cups of flour, seems like a lot of flour, we're going to put in the bowl. My 1 cup. Okay, 8 cups of flour. That is a lot of flour. Salt, 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Here's my 1/2 teaspoon. 1/2. 1/2. And it doesn't call for it, but here's my garlic powder. I'm going to add garlic powder to this because we do like more of a garlicky type of crust rather than just a basic plain bread crust. Garlic powder. I think I'm going to do, 8 cups of flour. I think 2 tablespoons should do it. 1, 2. I'll give this a little mix around. Vegetable oil. We're just going to put it in this. So 6 tablespoons of vegetable oil. We'll put all of that off to the side. pull our yeast mixture forward and just check on it. Oh, it's doing good. It's not been quite 5 minutes. Let's give it another 3 minutes or so. It's been about 3 minutes. We'll just give it another 3 minutes, perfectly fine. And then we'll start mixing this stuff in. And I think I didn't really want to do this by hand. This is pretty full. This says 12 cups, but once I add, so it's 8. Once I add in all of the liquids, I think that it's just going to end up coming up to the KitchenAid mixer and get caught up in the stuff. So we're probably not going to do that. This might end up being made from hand, which is a longer process, but totally fine. Instead of using the KitchenAid mixer, I'm going to be using this giant wood spoon. This is a giant wood spoon. But I'm not going to be using the top. I'm going to be using the base. Stir it in like so. You can't even see what I'm doing. Stir it like so to mimic the bread hook. Our yeast mixture is done. I will show it to you really quick. Ooh, look at that. We're going to add this gradually. Let's do about that much. And add in some oil, just some. That is as much as I am able to get it mixed up in here for the most part. So I'm going to continue hand kneading this on the counter. Okay, dough ball. So that took a lot of energy. I am slightly winded. Yeah, it's a lot of strength to get this dough ball. So now what I'm going to do is coat the bowl. This here bowl, there's no need to really clean it. I'll get all the extra flour out. But I'm going to coat it with oil. Put the dough ball in here. Let it rest for, I think it was 30 minutes. Oil. Okay, I think that is good and coated. Taking the dough. A little closer. All right, cover this up. I am going to get my towel moist with hot water. And you could use saran wrap for this. I prefer the hot moist towels over the saran wrap. I don't like saran wrap. So here's this. I'm going to put it in the oven. The oven is off. I will turn the oven light on and just let it rest in there for the next 30 minutes. Timer is set. I'm going to clean up my mess, charge my battery because it's almost dying, and we will be back soon. The dough has risen. Look at that. So this recipe, let me move you up a little. So this copycat recipe that I'm using will make 3 medium-sized pizza crusts. However, I don't want a circular medium-sized pizza. I'm going to use this very large sheet pan. Not so much a deep dish pizza, but I guess it would, like a half deep dish. Let's call it the lunch lady pizza. You know, when you were in school, they had the big trays and they cut them into squares. That's what we're going for. So I'm going to be making a chicken Alfredo pizza. Probably I should probably make some bacon to sprinkle on top. So over here in this bowl, whatever here, I have chicken thawing that I'm going to cook on the stove, a skillet fry, and I'm made up my mind about the bacon. I'm making bacon. So the first thing that I need to do is take the dough, spread it out on here, and poke holes in it with a fork, and then I'm going to pre-bake it in the oven, 450 degrees, I believe that's what it said. Yes, 450 for 5 minutes. So that it's not raw. You know, the dough isn't raw whenever we put all the toppings on it. What's that?
Frunas. I don't know what
Frunas? It sounds like a Mexican candy. Let's see.
No.
Frunas. Cherry flavored. It looks like Now and Later's, but little.
Yeah, like skinny.
Yeah. Okay. So 2 sheet pans. I'm pretty sure this should cover both of them. 3 medium pizzas or 2 sheet pans. I think this is I'm gonna say 10 inches by like 14, 15, maybe 16 inches. I measured it once before. That was once. I remember nothing. We have our very large dough thing here.
That's very big.
I know it is, right? It rose perfectly.
How much? Don't tell her.
How much of what?
The pallets?
Oh, I know, it's a lot. Shadow. It's raining. You're not going to go outside. So I'm going to start by dividing this in half as I possibly can. So we'll start with halvesies. Halvesies.
Hey, little mine. There's no more, though. That's little mine. There's no more.
Shadow, stop, bud. Jeez.
What's the point? Looks like somebody just made
Like a little Starbucks. Starburst or whatever it's called. Shadow, if you don't shut up, I'm going to put you downstairs.
Mom, just a now and later.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Just
now.
an hour later. Oh, how about that?
Mom, looks like somebody made a little piece of gum. I know.
No gum. Pick something else. This is vegetable oil. I'm just going to, I separated it and didn't even think I need to spray the pan down. So I'm going to do it like this just because I can see it better when I do it like this.
Ew. I'm trying it back. Those ones don't turn. They are
Alright,
open.
now I'm going to take it. Hey, shh, please. Thank you. Because you're louder than you think you are. Okay.
Mom, what about Coraline?
Yeah, we've not watched Coraline.
Caroline.
It's Coraline, baby. It's a O.
What is the song? Hey, Mom, what's Coraline on?
Pretty sure it's Disney.
Disney Plus and Roku Channel.
It's on Roku?
Yeah. How did you not know that?
I didn't know that.
Disney Plus. They put it on there like 2 years ago. Coraline.
I don't know about that.
Disney
Yeah.
Plus Coraline. Wow!
Coraline.
How do you spell that?
C-O-R.
Wait.
Cora. C-O-R-A.
C O
Yeah.
C
A. C-O-R-A. Cora.
Wait, let me put the A.
And then line. L-I-N-E.
L I-N-E.
Yep. Okay, now I am going to let the dough rest for about 10 minutes. So as long as it takes to preheat the oven, I am preheating the oven to 450 degrees. The dough is resting until then. If I need to make any adjustments to the dough, I will do it then. It's going to rise just a little bit more, not a whole lot. But this recipe was perfect for 2 of these sheet pans. So this is what we are working with right now. So see here in the corners, I'm going to have to keep adjusting. And I don't want to make it super flat, but I need it to go up so that these make good corner pieces. So if you've never made pizza dough before and you're wondering, why did I just poke a whole bunch of holes in it with a fork? That is because the reason for that is so that if there's any air trapped inside of the dough when it's baking, it'll come out through the holes that I've punctured through and it won't create big bubbles. The chicken is almost thawed, not quite yet. Because I can go ahead and prep the bacon. It can go in the oven as well with you know what, it's going to take 15 to 20 minutes in the oven, baking at 400 degrees. So what I'll do is go ahead, whenever the oven's preheated, I'm going to put the crusts directly into the oven for 5 minutes, let them bake a little bit, because we don't want the dough to be raw whenever it's time to cut the pizza and eat it. Raw dough is awful. So whenever they come out, I'll come lay them on this counter. It's my biggest counter that I have. And then I will stick the bacon in. But I guess what I will do now is go ahead and put the bacon on a tray. And I make bacon in the oven so that I don't get popped. I've had a lot of bad experiences and second-degree burns from popping bacon oil. So I just put it in the oven. It's my preferred method. This is all bacon. Which I feel like I have to say I paid almost $7. It was $6 and change, above $6.50. I can't remember the exact number, but this was almost $7 for bacon. Bacon used to be $3. I'm gonna have pigs one day, so I can make my own bacon.
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 I'm gonna put it on the pizza. Yeah.
Pizza bacon. Could you keep one strip for just to eat?
I will let you have a strip to eat whenever it's done.
Okay.
Okay.
Just one strip. Could you keep it full so I can split it in half and give half to Emma and give some to Jane?
Sure. Are you guys watching Coraline?
No.
What are you watching that's making that noise?
Daddy ever went to kids.
Ah. Okay, bacon tray prepped. Pizza trays prepped. Chicken almost thawed. As soon as the pizza goes in, I'm going to start cooking the chicken. We're going for Alfredo. So it's an Alfredo chicken Alfredo with bacon pizza. The oven is almost preheated. The chicken is completely thawed, so I'm going to go ahead and start cutting it. I'm working with very little counter space here, so you are on the kitchen island. Well, it's a rollaway island right behind me. Here are the doughs. They did rise just a little bit more. They look pretty good. I don't think I need to fix them. I'm gonna face right in that. 5 minutes. Let's get to this chicken. Since the chicken is going on the pizza, I cut it into really small chunks, probably less than 1/2 of an inch. We want it to go on the pizza and not be a giant piece to bite. The Alfredo sauce that I'm using is store-bought, Food Lion brand, cheesy Alfredo sauce. That's what I'm using. That's what I have, that's what I'm using. Off to the side for now. I'm going to use canola oil to base the pan with. My salt and pepper, I put it in these shakers to make it a little bit easier. Salt. Pepper. Garlic powder. Oregano. This is homegrown oregano. Grew this in my garden. Dehydrated it. That rose a lot. That is thick. Okay, the pizza dough got really, really thick. So I do suppose that I could have split it into thirds and then just made one round pizza. I'm perfectly fine with thick crust pizzas. In fact, I like them. But my husband does not. He prefers the thin crust, so I don't know if he's going to eat these. So let's see if you can see right here. That is thick. But it's cooked, which is good. Good sign. I just don't know how much he's going to like that, which makes me think I shouldn't make 2 Alfredo pizzas. Pizza sauce. So this is Great Value brand pizza sauce. I don't even think it'll cover the whole thing, to be completely honest. So I think because of the thickness, and I really don't think that he's going to eat this, probably not even at all. So I will do 1 of the chicken Alfredo pizza and then 1 of the traditional pepperoni and cheese pizza. This is the thinner pizza crust. Hi down there, up there, I'm down here. I'm just going to pour it on. I'm going to be super lazy about this. Those silicone spatula and spread it around.
Are you having fun?
I'm organizing them to what's what.
Oh, right.
The top couple have sauce on it. There's the whole bag right there if you just want to get the whole bag.
Oh, okay.
Do you want just mozzarella on your pizza or do you also want some cheddar?
I want Alfredo pizza.
I don't have Parmesan cheese. Typically pizzas are made with mozzarella, but you can add other cheeses.
What does Papa John's use on their Alfredo pizza?
I think they use Parmesan.
Spicy pepperoni.
It's pepperoni. It's what pepperoni tastes like.
Mm-hmm. No Papa John's.
That's what pepperoni tastes like.
Why don't we just buy some pepperoni from them? Why don't we just go buy all the ingredients from them?
At this point, why don't we just go buy Papa John's?
We could do that. It's only like 200,000. Buy something and everything.
How is an entire business the same price of our house?
Because most people don't buy businesses, they buy houses.
I guess.
Bacon. That's how you pronounce it. Bacon. It's bacon, not bacon. 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 Hang on, I wanna go play on the trampoline. Can I taste a piece? Sure. Good. Very good. So red sauce, white sauce.
Yep.
I like red sauce. Oh.
Okay, the pizzas are done. Nobody wanted to have the cheddar cheese on the pizza, so I just did mozzarella. I went through a 32-ounce bag, big bag of mozzarella cheese. It's not super hot. Okay. Red sauce on top.
White sauce on the bottom.
White sauce on bottom. Timer will do 6 minutes, and then I'll switch them for another 6 minutes, and then we'll be good to go.
Again.
While that's doing that, I will go ahead and clean up my mess. This is the white sauce pizza. This is the red sauce pizza. I put chicken on this side. Pizza is done. We're going to eat. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. We'll see you next time here on Hollow Acres Homestead.